Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. So, I can't believe I'm here, but the last time we talked about these two knives, I was sharpening them, and I have now completed the hawk and the four-finger spike. Now, it feels so good to be done with January builds. Not only just to say I'm done, but also because I prototyped basically 5 new designs. The spike, although isn't really a new design, but that four-finger adding that extended handle on it, I wasn't necessarily super concerned with it, but it's the first time I had done a four-finger spike. So you have the full 4 fingers and the nice 3 1/4 inch blade. So you got that nice 3 1/4 inch blade, and overall now it's 6 3/4 long. But yeah, so the spike was already in play. I just added that extra little bit on the handle, which gave it an extra little pop. So the spike is done. These guys are super sharp. Hold on, let me get some paper. I really try my best to get these razor sharp, and I'm not putting hardly any pressure. Look, I'll just do 2 fingers. Two fingers. So, yep, they are sharp. They are sharp. That and the hawk is the same. So, I feel really good about the spike. And basically now, if you want to get a spike, they're all going to be 4-finger. So they're all going to be 4-finger, just like this. It fills the hand nice, and it's still a great EDC. So hold on. I want to show you guys a size comparison while I'm talking to you guys here. I just happen to have the Kubi Dust Devil sitting next to me, and you see that the spike is pretty much the same length as the Kubi Dust Devil, and it almost, well, you know what? That profile is pretty much the same. So it just doesn't have the roundness and everything else, but the spike is pretty much the same size as the Kubi Dust Devil overall. So that gives you an idea. That's the wrong sheath. That's the wrong sheath. That gives you an idea of the size of the spike. So I'm really happy with that one, and that one's going to get out to a channel for them to check out. And I'll just leave that one right there because I'm not done with it. But this was out of my comfort zone, and one that was a little bit more work for me. This is the hawk, and I was being badgered by Tim B and Jim Miller in the community. They wanted me to do something slim but 4 fingers, and they were sending me pictures and how about this, and so I just kind of played with it and came up with my own design. I kind of modified the handle of the thorn and the spike, which is basically the same, just stretched out. And I just modified it to make it work for the hawk. So let's take a look at this, because this was a drawing. Then it became a wooden blank, and now you have the hawk. So pretty stinking cool, and I am really happy with the way that this came out. It's super comfortable. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with the handle. I guess I could bring it up here next time and really angle it back, kind of like I drew on this, where it kind of comes up here. But I wasn't sure. This is prototyping it, and now that I've done one, I can kind of basically do whatever I want with it. I can do whatever handle material I want. I can do thickness. I can do all of those types of things. But I'm really impressed with how this came out. And I guess I impressed myself. But It's comfortable in the hand, so you get 4 fingers, and that is the sharpened edge right there, so you really have to kind of be aware. But you have that little area right there that really stops you from getting to the sharpened edge. So if you're going to use this for EDCing or anything else, it'll be pretty cool. If you are going to be using it for hunting or cleaning or doing anything, you're still getting away from that sharpened edge, and it is extremely sharp. The forward jimping is right where my thumb lands. So when you're really pinch gripping it or anything else, when you're up here pinching it, your finger's right there on the jimping to be able to control the tip. I really like the way that this came out. It feels really good in the hand, really comfortable. And again, full 4 fingers. You guys have been killing me on that, but it is full 4 fingers. That natural burlap and the copper, or the brass, I'm sorry. I kind of figured it would look good, but man, I'm really happy with that. And then I just matched it with the brown sheath, the brown loop, and the brass eyelets on the sheath. I think made it a nice touch to bring everything together. The sheath I brought all the way back so that it gives you a little bit of more retention on the handle back here. And I think that is going to be a little helpful. And it works really, really well. So I'm kind of like going into review mode on one of my own knives. So it's kind of weird. But, yep, there's some of the dimensions and everything else. I wrote on there prototype because that's the first one I've ever done. So this was kind of like the prototype design. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I really like it. I think I want to carry it for a little while just to see how it does. Not as far as like performance, but how it's just like to carry. Throw that on my belt, carry it around. Again, let's look at that with that Dust Devil again, just so you guys can see. And the reason I do Dust Devil is because for me, the Dust Devil is kind of the extent of the size of an EDC fixed blade that I'm comfortable with. And this Hawk, the handle is almost the same size as the Dust Devil, but obviously the blade is a little bit bigger on the Dust Devil than it is on the Hawk. So just so you guys can see what those two look like together. But I really think the Hawk came out really well. I'm really happy with it. I want to wax up this micarta just a little bit. I really like Wicked Wax. He was nice enough to send some of this my way, and I've been using the heck out of this, especially on something like this. It does a really good job. I use it on my 80 CRV2 blades on the steel. You can use this on anything. It is 100% food grade, so you don't have to worry about your high carbon steels, and if you're going to be doing food prep or anything, it's going to be just fine. I just rub it in, kind of brightens up that micarta a little bit, oils it up, gets it nice and bright, lets that fabrics and everything kind of get all nice. And I'm going to carry it. So I'm going to carry this thing. I should probably put that down so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I'm just putting a light coat, just a little dab on my finger, and we're going to do this on the spike as well. This is, again, AEB stainless, so I don't really need to put this on the blade, although, you know, it's always good to oil up any blade. Whether it's stainless or not, it does help protect the blade from corrosion. But there it is. So the Hawk looking really, really good. So I got a little bit of that, and it brightened it up just a little bit. Let me do the spike now and see what that looks like. We'll do this, and then I'll be done. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I know I kind of left you hanging on the last video, but it was already over 20 minutes, and I needed to sharpen it. Man, I'm really happy about how January come out. We had the Rock Copper XL, the Cardinal XL, the Bloomcliff, the four-finger spike, and the Hawk. All prototype designs, all firsts. The first Rock Copper XL, the first Cardinal XL, the first Hawk, and the first four-finger spike. I've done a three-finger spike, so that wasn't crazy to try to think about what that was going to look like. But, you know, it's the first one. So this is really, really cool. I'm really happy with the way they all came out. And now you guys get to benefit from that because they're all going to be available on the books. Again, the books will reopen for March, so keep checking the channel, especially right at the beginning of the last week in February. So I like to get all of the orders in for February. Let me get a paper towel. I like to get all the orders in for March at the end of the month, the prior month, so that I can start getting stuff started right at the beginning of the month and get things done. So, what do you think of that? That came out, that burlap micarta always comes out really well. So, how to get in the books? You got to subscribe. You got to understand when the video comes out to be the first 5 people to reach out to me, and then I can get you in the books. And now the Hawk, the four-finger spike, the Rock Copper XL, and the Cardinal XL are both all going to be available for the books. It's going to be cool. Plus, we're doing Nitro V, so you can pick AEBL, ADCRV2, or Nitro V. So, really excited to offer this. I think this is going to be a pretty popular design, and I'm excited about making more. So, which one's your favorite? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Which one is your favorite? The Rock Copper XL, Cardinal XL, the Bloomcliff, the Spike, or the Hawk? Which one's your favorite? I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. Again, the choice is yours.